welcome. It's Jilly Cube. I'm here on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. This is what we get in Australia. L foil. That's what it's called here. L foil. Strong and reliable. So there you go. I'm going to do acrylic paint on this crunched up L foil. And I always find it gives lovely kind of textured effects. So, and today I am going to do a round, this nice big round canvas. And I'm going to do some bizarre and crazy colours. So. Maybe I should do it that way. Anyway, what I want to do is scrunch it. So hopefully when I dip the paint, it will give you some textured effect on your canvas. And that's what I do find. It sort of, yeah, it gives like a stipple effect on your canvas. So I'm back in my art room. I've had a bit of, I have been painting every now and again, but had a bit of, I had to have a break from producing videos for every single day of the week. It was just, yeah. Anyway, I'm back. Hey, maybe I should do it like that. Wherever the, that's probably better. That is probably better. Right, so I'm going to flatten it out with this. So, I just want to see where I need. Australia, L foil. So I love doing these pours, and I'm going to do a crazy colour combination that some of you like normally will think, where on earth does she get these crazy ideas for her colours from? But I'm very lucky most times, fingers crossed, that they really seem to work out beautifully. So just secured that down. Rightio. Next, I just want to mark on my canvas, on the foil, where I want to lay my paint. So I don't, you know, go putting paint everywhere. So I just, with a texter, just kind of mark it. I think you're going to enjoy seeing this colour combo come together. Crazy. So it's a nice round canvas, and I've marked on there. Now today I really have mixed my paints a lot thicker than I would normally. People ask me all the time the kind of thickness, and I find that when you are doing a dip, and especially on this foil, the thicker the paint, the better. That's probably more the thickness. Now this was the turquoise, and I mixed it with metallic silver to give it this really sheeny, shiny sparkle in there. So that's quite thick, and that's just really how I want it. This was just the turquoise without the, so that's not so thick. I'm not sure whether I'm going to use that, but it's the same colour. Now this is my custom made 50% gold, 50% metallic silver, and it makes a lovely champagne colour. So as you can see, it's that's leaving a trace in there. Now this one is a global colour, and it's called Blazing Cloud, which is kind of like a dirty orange look. So yeah, these bizarre colours I'm going to put in here, and I've got burnt umber, I've got my white and black just a bit, and I have actually got this fluoro blue. So you're probably thinking, what on earth is she going to do with those crazy colours? And then I've got coral and then just the metallic gold. So I'm going to try these crazy colours together, and hopefully they just turn out something beautiful. As usually the dipping in tin foil does. So remember, if you haven't made any acrylic paints up for this kind of particular acrylic paint technique, all the information is in the drop down box underneath my video. It gives you the information on a link for a video for mixing up your acrylic paints with a pouring media, and it gives beginners, there's a beginners link for video, there's a link to an Amazon store for all the things that you will need if you want to have a go at this. So what I'm going to do first up with this particular canvas is I'm going to just give it a quick coat of one of those colours. All of my canvases are come pre-primed, meaning they're gessoed with, so it doesn't really need anything done to it. I can still just paint directly on it, but I always like to put a quick coat of something. So today I'm actually going to coat it, a thin coat of the gold, the metallic gold. So I've got nice golden canvas to start with. Done. Just a nice coat over it. Doesn't have to be a thick coat. So I will move that out of the way, and now I'm going to get down and layer some of these colours. So this is the burnt umber. Like I said, it's quite thick. It leaves a bit of a trace. This one I might just whiz around so I know where the kind of edge of the circle is going to be, give me a better guide. Now, if you've followed any of these videos I've done before, you'll know that when I'm doing this particular technique, I love doing like a chevron pattern. It seems to create like a really nice feather effect when you lift the canvas up. So I will continue with, of course, a few chevrons, but go with these. So that's the burnt umber, and I did add a little bit of black in that, so it sent it quite nice and dark. Now this is this blazing cloud. Thinking of the old movie on Blazing Saddles. So kind of a chevron effect. Really does kind of give, feathering when you lift the canvas up. You'll see what I mean when I do the. So that's the blazing cloud. I guess I'll add the coral, which is just a really lighter version of all of that. But don't think I've done this colour combination before, so really hope that, as I said, fingers crossed that it turns out to be beautiful. But if you've never done any art before and you want a really easy art form, then this is the one. It really is. It's very easy to do, and it gives you lovely results. So it encourages you, to continue on or try your art journey further. Now this is that turquoise with the 50% silver in, and that is beautiful. But you probably think, what on earth is she doing adding it to those crazy colours? And I'm wondering myself too, but we will see. You have to give things a try. Absolutely have to give things a try. How will you know if you don't? So that's that lovely custom colour. Now this is my 50% gold, 50% silver. So what this will do, having lots of metallic paints in here, will really give a lovely sparkling effect to the finished canvas because of all the metallics in there. So it should be a real beaut. Right, I think I've got most colours in there now. I'm gonna, I might add, I know this sounds crazy, a little bit of fluoro blue, because I still think this might give it another pop. So I know people say, oh, you're going to waste all that paint, the canvas doesn't need it. Remember, this is fluid paint, so it's actually basically watered down paint. And you can always continue dipping some other thing onto your canvas, onto the surface that has remaining paint. So this is the white. We'll make sure we get a bit of that in. So it's really, you know, just enjoy the process, no hurry, do it nice and slowly so you're enjoying what you're doing. It's great to do with your children or your girlfriends or boyfriends or husbands. It's just really, it's fun to do something together. Now, this is just the black, so got to give it a pop of something in there. Just a few chevrons in here. My dog, she wants to come in because she lays right at my feet while I'm painting, but I've nearly gone A over T so many times trying to avoid her. So I've left it outside today and she's not happy, Jen. Rightio. Move those over. I think it's going to be A-okay. So I'll get my canvas and then I'm going to plop it on top of where I put the markers. I just moved my very grotty paint. It was a baking tray that I just use for, you know, putting the canvas on afterwards. Not all canvases, but these that I haven't put the little pegs underneath to hold them up. Okay, so you're giving it a nice good press into the tin foil and then press it out with your hands. Just, can you hear the crunch under there? So perfect for beginners, perfect for those that like to get touchy-feely. You can just feel that it's going to create something special. Well, you've got to keep positive, so I'm sticking with that. And you just couldn't do two of these exactly alike. They just never would be exactly the same. You could do exactly the same colours, but even then they will look different result. So you can put tape all around here before you start so you don't get a dirty bottom. That's entirely up to you, especially if you're going to sell the canvases. You know, keeping it nice and clean. Or you can put your brown paper backing paper and staple it on so it hides a multiple of sins. Right, okay, I think that's enough. Now, if there's any area that hasn't transferred to the canvas, that's okay. Let's see. This colour combo.
Ooly.
I could have done it with even more of that nice orange, but that is sparkling because of the metallics in it. I really think I should have done more orange, but anyway, that is absolutely beautiful, and I actually like the areas that it hasn't touched where the gold is. That's super duper. So I don't even think, I didn't even think I had a little balloon. If you are missing any paints anywhere, which I'm not worried of this gold because I'm actually enjoying that. This is optional, and I always get people comment, you didn't need those balloon kisses, but this is my thing. Anybody that buys my art, you can guarantee they want something with a balloon kiss because that's my kind of signature on the painting. So it's just a completely deflated balloon that's been sitting there for weeks and weeks. This is just glistening with those metallics in it. Definitely wish I'd have put a bit more of the orange. I love it. So you don't have to do this. This is completely up to you. So, but this is my art, my rules, my way. And I expect the same for you, to do it exactly how you choose to. I love it. I really love that little bit of gold showing there. I don't want to go over that. That's super duper. Really lovely. Oh my goodness, I do love that. I really hope you enjoy that. I really hope you give it a go. It's really, you know, rewarding, especially if you're not an artist, or you think you're not, but you want to give an art form a go, and you want nice results, and it's encouraging when you get nice results. So there you go. There's my little round on the tin foil. So as usual, people, I like to leave a message in that. I'm just asking, if anyone is feeling sad, lonely or depressed, please ring a family member or a friend, or if that isn't possible, there is always a helpline. Don't suffer alone. There is always someone there to help you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the notification bell, and if you are not getting notified about my videos and you would like to, just unsubscribe and resubscribe, and it kind of, yeah, I don't know what's happening with YouTube of late, because lots of my subscribers saying they're not getting notifications even though they've pressed the notification bell. So there you go, beginners, so easy and rewarding. I hope you really enjoy it. Watch out for the dry piece at the end. Bye for now.